The retailers are a big drive into Africa. We've worked closely with Game in the Massmart group, where they typically have set up stores and we transport their product into Africa. That's a service we provide. We think we're quite good at making sure the right products are going with the right documentation gets across the border. With Pick n Pay, we manage their export warehouse, which currently is still a logic of taking South African products. We manage the warehouse, put it together, and then ship that to different stores. Woolworths expanding into West Africa, you need to start thinking differently. You need to then say, but how do you create a hub in West Africa where not everything should come via South Africa, especially if it's clothing coming from the East? You need to wonder and ask the questions about the design of that supply chain as part of the business strategy. At what point do you have sufficient critical mass to develop West Africa or East Africa or West Africa in both cases as a specific hub? So growing into Africa is different for different companies. I think again the mindset that we need to understand is growing into Africa is not just a bigger footprint from Johannesburg. You need to start thinking about how you get products from Walvis Bay into Zambia, not from Durban into Zambia. And how do you get products across the corridors in Mozambique, rather than seeing South Africa as the point of entry for South Africa. And clearly the development of places like Ethiopia, Kenya, Tanzania creates a hub in East Africa that needs to be supported in that country. And we need to do that with people in that country. We also recognize that the partnerships with China and how we work with China is important. There are obviously threats and people's perceptions around that. But yeah, I think it is a different environment that you need to address quite differently, rather than assuming that we know what's happening there. I think that it's similar to the frustration that we may have had in South Africa with Americans or Europeans or Australians coming here and telling us how to run our supply chains. We need to have the same respect for African supply chains and allow them to develop it with us.